Well, Jim has done an excellent job on this. I've never seen a camouflage that looked that good anywhere. I think he's ready now to put her together. That's some custom artwork going on there. Well, I got my measuring piece here. We're going to do the same measurement on this foot climber here on the tree lounge. From here to here. That's not going to be my measurement. First I got to go over here and spray for mosquitoes. Alright Harry, if that big black bug comes back around here, you're the man for the job. We're going to get him. I ain't going to have no screaming Mimi around here. That just ain't right. As soon as this air compressor gets through, we're going to jump on that deer stand. And by the way, I forgot to mention, this is a Rambo fly flip. If you hit anything with this, it's going to break. Alright, what we got here is 6 inches is from center to center of the tree lounge. It don't show it here, but if I press up this tab, it is 6 inches. A little under here without the tab pressed in. So that's what we're going to go for over here. Let me get this measured out. Alright, we're having to work with an angulization here. I'll have to put this in the middle by looking at it like on a 45, because this goes down in here. So that's how far off this bar is. Will have to be brung over to 6 inches. That's what I'd say right there. So I mark this side off, then I can measure from here to here and have my mark and do the same thing over there. Alright, now I got my mark and I got it scribed straight down. Now I can measure from inside of here to here, which makes that 5 3/8. So that's my target I'm going for, and now I'm going to do it right over there. Alright, there's my line. That's my line there. That is the center. This will be rechecked. Now, I've got to cut this bar out. Right here. I wish I could save that bar and reuse that bar, but there's no way. Time I cut this down, I've got to be careful and not cut or touch or scratch or grind anything and compromise this piece. So this will be cut down through here, cut off right there, and then I will grind this down close but not flush. Let me get to that. the pressure that spreads open that far. Now I'm going to cut these off close as I can down here on the bandsaw. Now I'm going to take this out there and grind these down a little bit more flusher and even with this. I'm going to do this one the same way. Make it look a little better. Done the grinding, get a little mist and rain here. And now I'm giving it a little filing, get it kind of a little flush with that baby doll. I'll be doing that on looks like 3 sides because this right here is not even touching. Now in between the bars on the tree lounge, we have probably 4 and 15, 16, so I'm going to say 5. And then over here, we have I'm going to say from middle to middle. Well, I want to go from here to here. That would be 5 3/8. If I can put it up above here. If I have to, I'll put it down here. From middle to middle, on the other one was 6. Right here, I would say, looking at it at an angle, I would say 6 3/8. How this will fit on your foot, you know, from here to here, comes right across here. The 3/8 difference. But then again, this ain't square. This has got that round piece right here. So let me Let me go call Donnie and see about this. Well, we talked about it and talked about it. It's hard to talk about it to somebody on the phone. I'm just gonna have to take these off. That's the only thing I know. We can't be putting it too far apart. So let me see what I can do with that. The rain tried to stop me, but it did not. I grind this down real thin across here and real thin across here. Now I'm taking this chisel and I'm gonna bust that across yonder. If I got any left right here, I'll just fold it over that way, and then I will use a flat file to avoid getting into this. And that's what it looks like after you get that off. That's reminiscent of the bar. And this will probably miss all together. This is the one I'll probably, this is one right here I'll probably be concerned with getting it smooth. I'll knock this down a little bit. See how good that looks. That's what she looks like after filing. And time this goes over here, that'll be center of this right here. And that goes over there. That one will be hid on the other ones right there. Now I'm going to do this one same way as I take this camera up there and let it be charging. Okay, filing time. Now I know Donnie will love this blue on his deer stand because he's always wanted to go blue. I'm gonna let this stuff dry and then we'll continue. Got it all lined up, centered, punched. And now I'm going to drill the top hole with the portable drill and the center drill. I'm going to modify this piece of wood, this 2x4, and I just might get that on the drill press. We'll see in a minute. Now I'm getting this set up here. I used the same hole that was already in there, drilled it out to a quarter. Now I should be able to use my transfer punch and punch that through the other side, get the center, and drill that out. And it's raining like hell. Got her all marked and punched. Always use a brass hammer and you may find that punch. Keep it from slinging across the shop at 45 miles an hour. Fixing to do a little drilling on it. Alright, we got her all bolted down. All I need to do is give myself a little mark, see right there? That means cut the black line. Now pull this over here. We do the same thing over here. Now if I just had light, I could see it. This side here leaves the line. Must have had the pin up under there. Okay, I'll mark that accordingly. I took this piece here, laid it on this round rod that fitted up in that groove, and I beat these down, and then I smoothed them up on the 1x42 belt sander. Now I'm going to do the same thing with these two ends I cut. I'm going to take off some of this flash on that belt sander right there. Well, there she is, all bolted down. Block washers is all required, and maybe a little painting wouldn't hurt none. What do you think about that, Harry? Huh? Yeah. I thought you'd change your mind today. Alright, it's about time to get out of here.
Huh?